Okay, hi. Okay. No. This is better. So, is this good? Is this okay? I'm getting the frame right. Okay, anyway, so. Struggles. Hi, contemplating adults. Hi. Did you guys miss me? Because I know it's just like I never post this video after 2 weeks because I did post short in between, but yeah, I wasn't on my A game. Wasn't on my zone. Now I feel like I took a bit of a rest and I'm back at my A game. I think you can hear me right now perfectly. Anyways, so welcome back to today's video. I'm going to try to keep the video not too long so that people don't get scared, because I just heard that people do get scared when they see long videos. So yeah. So today's video is going to be about my top 5 non-fiction book recommendations. I already have a video on my fiction book recommendations. If you're interested, you can check that out. I'll provide link in the description. But let's get started. And yeah, if you're already really involved in this non-fiction genre, then you won't really find a lot of new things in this video, because this is for noobs who have no idea about non-fiction category and they do not read non-fiction at all, but looking to start, so this video is for them. So let's get started, shall we? We're gonna go from my number 5th to my number 1, and you're gonna find all the timestamps below in the description, so you're free to skip if you want to. And also, yes, I have a book club on Instagram. So it's an Instagram handle where I post monthly book recommendations, just one book a month, because even reading a book a month can be hard, because it's hard to find time nowadays for reading. So yeah, if you'd like to check that out, that will also be linked in the description. It's called Contemplating Adult Book Club. I will also link that in the description. Okay, shall we begin? Let's begin. Okay, so I'm going to start with the classics. So this is a classic book for the self-help category. Like if you're looking to start reading non-fiction or anything related to self-help, then this is what you should start with. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So this book, I have this in hard copy, but I read it on my Kindle. So this book is actually about how to form good habits and maintain them throughout life. The main thing that this book actually taught me was how the small and little things that you do every day will actually influence your life in the long term. So every little decision that you make matters, because those build up eventually and you will see the effects in the long run. So this book will teach you that. I can't really explain this amazing book to you in like a few minutes, because you actually have to read it to truly enjoy its true essence, or truly get its true essence. But yeah, you should definitely read this one. This is really good. Even if you can't apply everything in this book, even if you apply just one little thing in this book, it will definitely make a change in your life for the better. So definitely read this one. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Okay. So at number 4, I have a book which I read when I was 15, 14, 16, I don't remember. But this book should be read by everybody in their 20s and all teenagers out there looking at this video right now. And also, even if you're beginning your 30s, you should definitely read this book, because it still can teach you a lot and can provide you a lot of advice and save you from a lot of things. So this is The Defining Decade. Can you see? It's a defining decade. Why Your 20s Matter and How to Make the Most of Them Now by Meg J, PhD. She actually kind of inspires me. I actually saw her TED Talk first and then I read this book. But yeah, I find her to be pretty cool, Okay, so this is the defining decade. So it's all about why your 20s are not to be wasted. They're not like your party years. Like, they are your party years, but that's not the only thing they're supposed to do. You're supposed to do a lot of other things apart from that. So this will teach you. She has given us a lot of advice about everything from your personal self-perspective to your career to even your love life. Because she feels like your 20s are where you actually choose your family. Because, see, the family you're born into, you didn't choose them. But the family you're going to create for yourself, you get to choose them. And that happens for most people by the time they're 30. That has already happened. For most people. Okay, so don't get scared. Okay, so this is, you should definitely read this book. It contains everything from work to your, what are you supposed to do in your love life, and each and every kind of advice that you, from work, love, the brain and the body, everything. So it has 3 parts: work, love, brain and the body. It's a really good book, and you will definitely feel like it has been worth your time after you read this. So definitely read this one, regardless of whether whether you're still a teenager, if you're in your 20s, if you're just beginning your 20s, if you're in your late 20s, even if you're beginning your 30s, you should definitely read this book. But don't get scared while reading the book. Instead, learn to or try to see it as something that serves you as a guidance force. You're supposed to do this, or like you could do this, and not like, oh my god, I am already so old and I haven't done anything in life. But because listen, honey, at the current moment, you're at your youngest. At the current moment, you are at your youngest. You're never gonna be more younger, more youthful, more vibrant. So stop focusing on the gap, start focusing on the gain. Okay, that's a pretty good line. Stop focusing on the gap, start focusing on the gain that you have had so far in life. Look at how far you have come. So focus on that and move forward. Okay. And also, drink some green tea. Can you believe I'm drinking green tea? I'm drinking green tea, people. I got influenced by a certain someone and I'm drinking green tea. But don't worry, I have added a lot of honey in it, so it's all sugary. So yeah. Okay, moving on to the next book. At number 3, I have yet another classic for you guys. It's The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F by Mark Manson. So it says a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. And I have read this book more than once actually. I even highlighted certain parts of it. You see, I have read this book, and it's a great book. I won't lie, it's a great book. But you actually have to read it to actually really understand it. Because see, it's simple, isn't it? This is The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. So basically, you do not give an F, and you basically choose not to care about things that do not really matter in life. And it's simple. Just like all things in life are pretty simple, but just because they're simple does not mean that they're easy, right? So it's basically all about that. Like, so many things in life, it's simple, but it's not easy. So it just gives you, conditioning. It just conditions you it just tells you that to not give a fuck so many times that you actually end up deciding, I'm not going to give an F about things that are not under my control, that do not really matter in my life. So you should definitely read this book. So, and I think the author has done a great job. I've read this book more than once, so it's a pretty good book. And this is again a classic in the self-help category. The classics, it's The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And the author has a lot of other books as well. I think I started to read his book on self-discipline. Yeah, I did. And he also has a great website where you can get a lot of... I have read more of his articles than I've read his books. I've only read The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. And I know he started as someone who gave love advice, dating advice, and then he wrote this book, and this book got really viral and everything. But he also gives good love life advice. Check that out, guys, because you need some advice. Anyways, moving on to another book, the next book at number 2. I'm not gonna gatekeep anything, so at number 2 I have this book called Indistractable by Nir Eyal. So we know in today's world our attention spans are really low and we are getting easily distracted, and we are constantly on our phones scrolling through reels and shorts and everything. I do that too, so you're not alone, okay? So this book is on how to control your attention and choose your life. So basically this guy, Nir Eyal, Mr. Nir Eyal, he's not my friend, but I really respect his books. I respect him and the books that he has written. And from what I've heard, he's a very disciplined man himself. He also wrote this book called Hooked. It's not about hooking up culture or anything. It's about how different social media companies, or those big companies, they keep us hooked to their platforms or to their apps by, should I say, by influencing psychology? I don't know. By manipulating us. It's about how they get us into this vicious cycle of hitting us with dopamine and then more dopamine secretion. It's just a cycle. I can't really articulate it right now. But he wrote this book on Hooked, which a lot of multimedia companies or a lot of social media companies use, or their workers, or the workers, or even the employees are required to read that book as well. Because he wrote that book on Hooked, how to get your customers hooked to your products by by doing something to the psychology. I can't really articulate it in a particularly pleasant way right now, but yeah. So this is Indistractable for the customers now. This guy is making money from both sides anyways. Indistractable, so how to take back control of your time and just be indistractable. So you learn the definition of what is traction, how the opposite of distraction is traction, and a lot of other things, and a lot of tips and tricks. You also you can also buy a workbook along with it. So you can buy a workbook along with it as well. This teaches you a lot of technique for time management and how to not get distracted easily and stuff like that. It's really good. It's a really informative book, and when you read it, you will feel like, oh my god, now I'm not going to waste even a single second in my day. But then you'll be like, I'm back to where I was. Because even the content in these books are all golden, but applying them takes effort. Just like everything in life is so simple, but simple does not mean easy. Like, look, I'm having so much fun making, oh my god, check out my nails. I really like my nails right now because I painted them. Anyways, so like I was saying, I'm really enjoying making this video right now, but it took a lot of willpower to get started, and I was getting into this vicious cycle of overthinking, but enough about that, because that is in the past right now, and I'm back to making YouTube videos. Is this getting long? It's getting long. Anyways, so this is number 2. We're going to move to the one book that even guys waiting for, and that book has helped me so much in life. I'm going to show you that book right now because I didn't gatekeep you. At number 1, this is probably the best book I've ever read. Well, all the books are pretty great. They're all awesome and they're really informative, and the content is golden as well. But this book, the thing with self-help books is, if they find you at the right time, at the right place, when you're in the right state of mind, that's when they actually take effect. So it also has a factor of luck in it. So this book found me at the right time, at the right place, at the right energy, when I was in the right state of mind, and this helped me a ton. So the book is The Power of Habit. The Power of Habit. It is written by a New York Times reporter, Charles Duhigg. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, but it's a book on habits as well. So I have been obsessed with habits and with productivity and self-help for the longest time. To a point it got really toxic. Excess ho gaya tha, and I was stuck in trying to be perfect all the time, stuck in analysis paralysis and a lot of things. Let's not get into all of that right now. That's for another video if you guys want that. So this is why we do what we do in life and in business. So I did not read the business part initially. Actually, I haven't still read the business part because I did not own a business or run a business. So I really actually read the first half of the book, which is about life, and it was so damn helpful. This is all about habits as well. So the book is divided into 3 sections. So there is, in section 1, it's the habit of individuals. In section 2, it's the habit of successful organization. And section 3 is about the habits of societies. So even if you cannot find the time to read part 2 and part 3, or section 2 and section 3 of this book, definitely read the part 1, which is the habits of individuals. It just has 3 chapters: the habit loop, the craving brain, and the golden rule of habit change. You will absolutely fall in love with this book, and you'll try to read it like 1,000 times or something, because it really hits home. Like, you will find it's so relatable. And you know what this book actually gave me? This book actually gave me hope. This book actually, I've highlighted so many things. This book actually gave me so much hope, and it made me feel so good. Since we do not gatekeep here, so I really wanted to show you guys this book, because this book can actually really help uplift your life. And even if you don't apply anything, even if you read it, it's gonna expand your knowledge base so much, and you're gonna see a whole new perspective of things after you read this book. So definitely check out this book. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video was not too long. And if you like my videos, do subscribe to my channel, Contemplating Adult. It's actually our channel, because you're also taking part in it. And if you are a chai person, hi. If you're not a chai person, also hi. I don't hate you, but I don't get you. How can you not love chai? Although I'm drinking green tea, I don't drink green tea. Like, I have made green tea for myself for the first time in my life, because I got influenced by a certain someone. But I added honey in it. Okay, and for green tea, what was I saying? Yes, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, I'll link that down below as well. And also my book club, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the video. See you probably soon. I'll try to be consistent. I have tests coming up, I have exams coming up. I'll try to be consistent. Hope you guys remain happy and healthy. Love you. Bye.